LinkedIn can get you hired faster than your resume, and I can prove it. I've helped over 200 new graduate nurses and nursing students land their dream role in less than 90 days, making six figures and getting into their dream specialty. And how did I do that? One of the strategies is by using LinkedIn. In this video, I'm going to share 5 tips that you can start implementing on LinkedIn that will get you closer to getting hired in your dream specialty. So watch until the end and you will get closer to landing that dream role. So let's get started. Number 1, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, what are you doing? You are sleeping on LinkedIn. So the number 1 tip is to get yourself a LinkedIn profile. If you've never heard of LinkedIn, you can literally just access it really easily. Just put your email, your name, your information. It is the largest platform for professionals, and it is used for job search, and not just job search, but connections. And we're going to get into how you can start connecting with recruiters and hiring managers. 95% of recruiters are on LinkedIn, and they will definitely look you up before they even offer an interview. Number 2, video and the DM strategy. So once you get your LinkedIn, I want you to create an introduction video. Basically, in this video, I help my clients create a way to introduce themselves to the world, to LinkedIn, and to speak directly to the potential employers, to have that in the back of their mind. This intro video is basically going to talk a little bit about yourself, whether you've graduated or you're about to graduate, your special interests, maybe it's critical care or maybe it's women's health. In this introduction video, you will literally introduce yourself and go from there. One specific client in mind that I had was Jamie. We crafted her LinkedIn video, she posted it, and the next morning, after posting this introduction video, within 14 hours of her posting it, in the morning, she had a recruiter in her inbox said, "Hey, I watched your introduction video. I loved it. I think you should apply for this labor and delivery residency program." And that's exactly what we wanted to happen. She wanted to be an L&D nurse specifically at that hospital that the recruiter messaged her. So of course, it went down in the DMs. It goes down in the DMs. What do I mean by that? You have to be actively messaging people in the DMs. So that's what she did with this recruiter. And then she landed an interview. And of course, I helped her prepare for that. And she slayed and got the L&D position. This is one way that you can stand out as well. And if you also want to speak to a recruiter or a hiring manager, I highly suggest that you just don't type a regular message. What you need to do for you to stand out, number 1, you could send a voice note. Most people don't know about this option. In the DMs, you'll see a little microphone on the bottom right. You can hold it. You can send a message that's less than a minute, because after a minute, it'll cut you off. But you just hold it and you continue to hold that button until you're done speaking, and then you can let it go. So that's one way. The other option that I prefer is actually creating a personalized video where you're talking to the recruiter by name. So let's say the recruiter's name is Jennifer. You can say, "Hey, Jennifer, my name is Sarah. I'm interested in critical care. I wanted to introduce myself." And send a video that's about 30 seconds to about a minute introducing yourself in the DMs. And that will help you stand out, because think about it. Most recruiters are constantly getting bombarded with emails or on LinkedIn, a bunch of different messages. Now, if they go to their inbox and they see a video, of course it's going to spark curiosity, and they're going to tap it and listen to your video. And it's going to help you stand out, and it's more personalized than just typing a regular message. You're welcome. The next strategy is you want to take that introduction video, and number 3 is feature it in your featured section. So I want you to use the featured section of LinkedIn because it is prime real estate at the top of your LinkedIn profile. So you pin that introduction video right at the top so that it stays and lives there. So when a recruiter goes and checks out your profile, because they will, it will be right at the top so they can click and view it. If you just record your video and then upload it, it'll just stay on your LinkedIn feed, but then it will eventually go away. I also highly recommend that your introduction video is less than 90 seconds, because if it is, it will most likely end up on the scroll feed of LinkedIn for more eyes to see and more views. But anyways, in this number 3 step, I want you to use your introduction video and feature it. You literally hit the 3 buttons, you hit feature, and it will stay up in your featured section and stay there. What else can you put in the featured section? Let's say you've written an article or you collaborated on research with someone and you have something to share, or maybe you were featured in an article. Guess what? One of my clients just most recently, Savannah, I'm not going to say her last name, but Savannah was featured in the Wall Street Journal. They interviewed her because they connected with her on LinkedIn. And they said, hey, we noticed that you're a new grad. Can we interview you? So of course, because of my coaching, I always tell her to jump on opportunities. She had the interview. The next day, her article was published in the Wall Street Journal. How cool is that? So, for example, she could potentially take that and put it in her featured section. So any research, anything that's notable that you want to put in that featured section would be great. Another tip for the intro video, you want to make sure that you have really good lighting. So right now, I have a ring light from Amazon. You can simply do that and just record the video with your phone. And that's it. That's all you have to do, and put it on there and put yourself out there so you could stand out. And most new graduate nurses will not do this. They will have too much fear. They'll be afraid to do it. They'll think people will judge them. But guess what? If you want to get hired, you want a job, right? If you want to get hired, you have to put yourself out there. And this is the best way to do it, by using LinkedIn. There are over 1 billion users on LinkedIn, and all the recruiters, hiring managers, directors, nurse managers, they're all on LinkedIn hanging out. So of course, if you create content, you put your intro video there, you are more likely to be pursued by a recruiter. So instead of you chasing them, they can find you. That is why LinkedIn is gold, and you need to be active on LinkedIn. Another big tip is a lot of recruiters will also post when residency programs open up and things like that. So you want to follow them so that when something pops up, you will be notified on LinkedIn and you will be the first to apply to those nurse residency programs. Number 4, do not lock your profile. So many nurses make this mistake and make it very difficult for you to connect on LinkedIn. So I highly suggest being on creator mode. Just go on your profile and look that up. Literally, people could just hit follow and then easily connect with you. There are people that have locked their profile and that you can't even connect with them until you actually put an email. Like, why would you put yourself on such strict lockdown that recruiters and hiring managers can even connect with you? You don't want to do that. So make sure that you open up your profile. Another don't is do not post your resume on LinkedIn. When I see people that do this, it's like a huge cringe. Don't do it. I will personally message them, even if I'm not working with them, as their coach, and I will tell them, please do me a favor. Just my recommendation, but it's not a good look. Take that resume off. It makes you look desperate. Do not do that. And why would you want to put your personal information up like that? So do not do that. If you want to learn more and want to learn more of these secret strategies and my bold framework on how to get hired in less than 90 days in your preferred specialty, you need to join my next webinar Thursday at 1 p.m. Go to newnursejob.com or click the link below and you will secure your seats. Sign up now because you don't want to wait. I share everything in this webinar and I don't hold back. I give you the real, the tea. So sign up because once spots are full, that's it. The description is in the box below. And also please subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. And then number 5, which is one of the most important things that you can do, is have a profile photo. Statistically, it's proven when you have a profile photo, your profile is more likely to be looked at by others. That means more likely to be looked at by recruiters and nurse managers. Remember, I said 95% of recruiters will go and look up your profile before they invite you to an interview or, connect or start discussions with you. So why should you have a photo? Because people trust you when you have a photo. For your photo, make sure that it's not too close, not too far away. It's forward facing, not like sideways, right? Forward facing, and that you're smiling. You look happy and not miserable. Don't have other people in the photo. They need to know it's you. And then you can't be super far away like that they can't even see you. I highly recommend having at least chest up and then a good clear photo. Doesn't have to be professionally done. A lot of new grads will use their graduation photo. If you don't want to use your graduation photo, you can simply take a nice selfie, make sure that the lighting is good so that they could see you. So that at least if you show up to an interview, you're recognizable because, they could put your face with the photo. And don't use old photos. Use something recent that you look like yourself. If you want to do your makeup and look good, go ahead, do that. But no extra things in the background. We don't need your cat, your dog, just you looking fabulous, smiling, ready for a job. The other thing you can do once you click on that profile photo, you can add a banner, which is an open to work banner. And recruiters can actually search you up that way as well, and then they'll know that you're open to work. So make sure that you have that open to work banner. Make sure that your whole profile is filled up and that you have every single section filled out. The About Me section should be filled out. It should be straightforward, not a huge novel, right? Keep it in short paragraph chunks. I recommend at least make it 3 sentences and have at least 3 to 4 paragraphs where you're describing a couple things about yourself. And it could also be something beyond what you do in nursing. Maybe you volunteer, you could put that in the About Me section. Maybe you've, traveled somewhere really cool, you like to travel, put a little bit of what you do outside of nursing in terms of self-care or hobbies and stuff like that. Because you want something relatable that people can relate to. I wouldn't put all your clinicals and all those things there. Just keep it very high level and keep it focused to the area that you're interested in. So if you are interested in emergency medicine, I would put something like, I aspire to be a future emergency nurse. I've signed up to be a member of the Emergency Nurses Association because I love emergency medicine due to serving communities, something about why you want to go into that specialty. Did you do volunteer work there? Maybe you had your last rotation. Something that proves your case about why you want to be an emergency nurse or a critical care nurse or women's health or pediatrics, something like that. Then there's other things you could fill out like education, certifications. Make sure all those things are filled out. Basically, once you have your LinkedIn set up, it's time to get active and engage. When I say engage, if you see other recruiters, comment, speak to them, get in their DMs, create that video. And again, if you want to learn more about how to land your dream jobs, don't forget to sign up for that free webinar at 1 p.m. on Thursday. The link is below. Instead of just applying to all the jobs, throwing all these resumes out there consistently, it's all about your LinkedIn strategy, your LinkedIn presence, and positioning yourself for success and standing out. So now that you have your LinkedIn set up, you're ready to go. The next step is getting ready for your interview. So you better start preparing. And to ace your interview, watch my next video, the 5 steps to interview better.